Hi, welcome to Homemade Italian Cooking. I'm Cara. Well, if you're afraid of fat, carbs, or gluten, look away because it's going to get dangerous in here. But if you really want to learn how to make probably the most classic pasta there is, fettuccine alfredo, stick with me and we're going to show you how to do it. Okay, so now the first step is I'm going to measure 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and we're going to put this right into the KitchenAid bowl. 1, pretty level, 2, 3. And then we are going to do a half a cup of semolina flour. We're going to get some moisture into the pasta. Now we're not going to use any water, we're just going to use eggs, and what I've got here is 8 eggs. I'm going to use 5 whole eggs, and we're going to use 3 egg yolks. These last 3 remaining we're going to separate, and of course hopefully you know how to separate eggs. I'm just going to put the whites in there, dump the yolk. The egg yolks are going to bring a lot of richness to the pasta. All right, we got that. We are going to put in a tablespoon of olive oil. And this is all fat and richness that is going to give moisture to the pasta dough. This is the bowl, and I'm going to turn on, and we're just going to put this in. It's going to look very messy and shaggy, so I'll warn you, it doesn't really come together until we need it. So this will take about 3 minutes. But I'm going to finish it with my hands, and it's all together. And what happens is the eggs will take some time to penetrate the flour and get more moisture in it, but it will come together. So I'm going to dump this out. And one thing you should do is take your rings off before you start doing this, and as you can see I did not do that, but that's okay. Now this is where we're starting the kneading process, and we're going to knead this all together. And I'm going to do this for about 5 minutes, and it gets the gluten started, it starts to bring moisture into the flour. And to knead, you're using the palm of your hand and coming forward, and you're pressing it. Now it looks very shaggy right now, and that's normal, so don't be afraid of that. Okay. And now this will rest for 30 minutes. And I'll clean up. So I want to talk about the KitchenAid pasta attachment. This is the attachment, and it fits into this hole right here in the front, and you've got a loosen the knob on the one side here, put it in, and you tighten it, and it's on. And when you turn this on, what's going to happen, the rollers are rolling, and you will see when we put the pasta through, it's going to come out. This attachment is first. It has different levels of thickness, and it starts at 1. So this is the knob that controls the thickness. I'm always going to start at 1. We're going to go to 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to run it through several times depending on how the feel of the dough is. You might do it 2 times, you might do it 4 times. We'll know when we get the dough out. And the dough will be ready in about 10 minutes. So we'll run the pasta. After we do the sheets of pasta, then we're going to put in this attachment. This attachment has a cutter that cuts the sheets of pasta into the shape of fettuccine. So the thicker, wider, flat noodles. And that is the fettuccine cutter. So if you have a KitchenAid, this is by far the easiest way to roll out the dough nice and thin and consistent, and also then to cut it into different shapes. You have fettuccine, you've got, I have an angel hair cutter, a little spaghetti cutter as well. If you roll out the sheets of pasta, you can use that to make ravioli. Just fill in your put your filling, flip it over, cut them with the cutter, the ravioli cutter, and press the ends together, and you've got ravioli. So this pasta attachment is very useful for a lot of different types of pastas. And this pasta dough that we've done, the flour and eggs, can be used for any one of those kind of pastas. Show you, this dough now has really softened up. You can see I can go right into it. And that's the egg that has permeated with the flour, and they've got the correct amount of moisture. So now the first thing I'm going to do is cut off a little piece. I want to dust, always have a little bit of flour here, and this is just going to flatten it out with the palm of my hand, staying together quite nicely. And you can see it looks like a long, kind of thickish piece of dough. All right, so now we're going to start with the pasta roller. So I'm putting it on, I've got my setting on number 1, and I'm going to turn this on, and we're going to let this go through. And we have a user error. I've made a mistake. I have it on setting number 2. I've got to go to 1. And I could tell that because the holes is what the problem is. It shouldn't have the holes in it. It's okay, it's easy to fix. But I put it on the correct setting in number 1. Now we're good. You'll see. Much better. All right. So I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to run it through again. And it's still on setting number 1, and now we're starting to form a solid sheet of pasta. And wait till you see how long this gets. All right. And here they come. Isn't that beautiful? And the flavor and the freshness and the lightness from the pasta is just going to be so perfect with the Alfredo sauce. Okay, so we've got that. And now, like Grandma used to do, we're going to hang this over the stick, the broomstick, or the photography rod, whatever you have to use. And we're going to keep them separate, because this is important, because when we go to boil them, I don't want them all to clump together. We have a lot more dough to go to roll out, but this gives you a sense of the process. Now these noodles have cooked, and we are going to put the hot noodles right into this warmed bowl. I am going to pour, I'm not going to put all of it just yet. Probably about half of that cream sauce. We're going to throw in some more freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Now this is all hot, and now, like they do at the restaurant in Rome, we mix this at the table. Because this is all about celebrating Parmigiano Reggiano, the king of cheeses, the best Italian cheese there is. So now, I can't wait to try this. This is one of those dishes that you can only get in Rome or in your kitchen. And right now it's in my kitchen. The richness from the cream and the butter and that Parmesan cheese is phenomenal. The little hit of black pepper. This is the perfect pasta. Learn to make this. I hope you'll get this recipe and all the rest of my recipes. Subscribe to my website at homemadeitaliancooking.com.